Hello, RAS families. I'm excited to be able to show you all how to access LiveSchool and how to work it as a guardian for your student. So the first thing you will see is there will be an email from your student's homeroom teacher. It should look something like this, where it has your student's name and LiveSchool access with a PDF attached. When you open that PDF, this is what you should see. You should see a document that looks something like this, with your student's name there at the top, and then this thing that says register as parent. So as a guardian, you will receive two different parent codes. You just need to choose one of them in order to sign in. It will first prompt you once you go to this link to put this in, and then you will make your account. Since I've already made an account, I cannot show you that part, but as you can see, I just copy and pasted the link here, and then when prompted, I used the parent code that was listed here in the middle. Then it will ask you to enter in an email address and enter in a new password. Because I am forgetful, I just use the parent code from the previous email so that if I forget, I can always just go back to that email, and I made that my password. And then you will click login. Once you log in, you should see something that looks like this, where it'll have your student's name and profile here, and then timeline and store. What you guys need to care about is this one that says timeline. So let's go look at that. Each day from the first day your student attends, they will have information put in there for them, whether or not they are in attendance. And so over here, you will see the date. And over here, you will see a teacher name. Now, please note, whatever teacher name you see listed here just means that that was the teacher working the keyboard that day. However, all of your students' teachers will sit down to discuss each and every student on the wing. So each teacher is putting an input on how they were in each class. And then you will see something listed here with a bunch of hopefully plus signs, but maybe some negative signs as well, that talks about what kind of behavior they exhibited that day. Now, if your student has anything negative marked on there, like this left early message, you'll see something down here. This is our comment section. So it'll say something like student left at such and such time today, or student did not complete work in their English class. It just depends, but the teachers will make a note so that you never have to wonder why your student did not receive all of their points. Each day your teachers sit down to go over a student. They will mark things in this section, whether or not your student was in attendance, whether or not they left early or came late, and whether or not they earned their day. So if all of these sections, we're looking at whether or not your student was learning, respectful, responsible, and safe. If all of these sections are green, that means that your student earned their day. However, if your student has something marked off like they weren't doing their work, or they were sleeping, or they were using inappropriate language for school, then they will not have earned their day. If you see that there's like a bunch of these that are marked, then it's possible that they will have a restart marked for their day, which means that they had a rough day, and so then we're going to call that a restart. Now, if pretty much most of these things are marked off, or the student was very dysregulated, if at any point your student is asked to go home or not return to school the next day, then we would mark a done day. Now, why does all of this matter? So each of your students was sent here by what we call a homeschool. And so those schools are looking at this data. It provides this data marking that kind of tracks their behavior over time. We can look at a daily view, a weekly view, a monthly view, and we want to see those numbers continue to track upwards. What they're really looking at here is this ratio. We would like each student to be at a 5-to-1 ratio. That is saying that with every 5 positive behaviors, we might see 1 behavior that needs improvement. This goes into decision making when it goes towards getting a work permit, getting a driving permit, being allowed to go to school dances, and whether or not your student is ready to transition back to their home school. And so all of this data is being tracked. And your teachers are doing a very great job of letting you know anything that is going on with your student. So if you ever have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact your homeroom teacher, as they will happily be able to walk you through any notes that they have made throughout that day. As always, we want to keep that line of communication open with you all, and we hope that we have a fantastic school year.